I'll wait for the presentation to come up. But while it comes up, I should talk to you about Premji Invest to start with, and the role we play. As you all are aware, Mr. Premji has given away a significant portion of his wealth for the benefit of philanthropy. And the role of Premji Invest is to be able to continue to invest that money and generate return in a manner that the philanthropic initiatives are sustainable. The amount of philanthropic capital that has been set aside is approximately $35 billion as of today, of which $10 billion is invested in equity, which is where Premji Invest plays a major role, making investments across the globe, largely in India and in the US, both in the public and the private space. Can we please have the presentation up, please?
Manoj,
and the purpose of the philanthropy, or the purpose of Premji Invest, to cater to long-term sustainable philanthropic initiative of Mr. Azim Premji. And the philanthropic initiatives, just to add, is carried out through Azim Premji Foundation, which works largely in primary education across government schools, almost across most of the states in the country. There are 2,000 people who work trying to train the teachers so that the education system in the country can improve. In addition to that, Premji Invest also work with a lot of independent NGOs who create impact in a marginal society, people who are marginalized in the society, and trying to create impact in their life. In addition to that, there is a lot of work that is done in the primary healthcare initiatives that is just started. So this is what Azim Premji Foundation does, and the endowment, which has all the endowment capital, is basically for who the investment is made by Premji Invest. These are some of the investments that we have made in India. We express our interest in through companies, in terms of in private companies, for that matter. These are private investment strategies. In addition to that, we do investments in the US, largely in technology led.
Good morning, distinguished guests and my fellow colleagues. My name is Anil, and I manage the supply chain for grocery and wholesale business for Flipkart. Over the next 10 to 15 minutes, I will cover few aspects of packaging related to e-commerce business, and post that would be more than happy to take few questions if there are any. Can we go to the next slide, please? So while I'm sure most of you are customer for Flipkart and you are already aware of the company, but Flipkart has multiple companies within Flipkart, and like most of you would have shopped from Myntra. If you book your airline tickets, it is Clear Trip. We have Flipkart Grocery, Flipkart Wholesale, Flipkart Health. We also have acquired a company called Scapic in the area of augmented and virtual reality. We have a base of almost 450 million customers who transact on Flipkart. We have more than 150 million products across 80 categories. And we touch 100 million households in a month. We supply almost 100 million shipments in a month. And I think one of the main things to make this all happen is our people leadership, as well as all the Wishmasters who come and deliver the items at your doorstep. Seller plays a big role because Flipkart, it is a system on which every seller has the opportunity to bring their products, which can move from any part of the country to any other part of the country. And the base is almost 11 lakh plus sellers are there.
Huhtamaki, first of all, congratulations for your speak. It was very clear, your 3 points. Thanks a lot for being very sharp to the point. My question to you is, how do you see the evolution and the path forward for the monomaterial structures, monomaterial packaging in India?
Could you please state your name and your company?
company Bostik. We make adhesives, Bostik.
Yes, thank you.
I am sorry, but the acoustics are not great. If you could...
Do you, if I've heard the gentleman right, what are the future you see for monomaterials in plastic, in flexible films? What is the future you see for monomaterials in plastic, in flexible films? I hope I've got your question right, sir.
That's exactly this. Thanks.
Thank
That's
you.
the question.
I think the way we see it is monomaterial is the only future, because whichever recycling stream we are going to talk about in the future, be it mechanical or chemical, the first step is monomaterialization. If we don't do that, then the effective output of the mechanical or chemical is going to be suboptimal. If we talk about pyrolysis, if we talk about mechanical. So to answer your question, is monomaterial the route? We believe that that is the route. And then once that is there, then it will enable a good quality feedstock for recycling at scale. That will then enable enough availability of PCR and PIR material to bring it back into packaging. So the way we see it is that unless there is monomaterialization, there is very little headway that is possible. I hope that answers your question.
Yep. What are the challenges you see in India for the monomaterials then?
Currently the way, well, there are challenges in terms of, there are two challenges. One is the availability. When I say availability, the material in multi-material as well as high barrier is available. Huhtamaki as well as a lot of other people are developing or have developed. The second thing is now the adoption, right? So now we heard from the panel that cost is a big constraint, and we understand that. But in our opinion, it's the chicken and the egg story. Unless the adoption goes up and economies of scales come in, cost cannot come down, right? So from a packaging manufacturer's point of view also, there is a lot of investment that is going on. And today and tomorrow we are going to hear a lot of the global suppliers talk about innovation. But innovation in R&D comes at a cost, right? So what we are saying is, under the Blue Loop umbrella, if you heard, we are talking about the power of three. And the third most important power is, we are saying the Blue Loop solutions are available globally and they are at affordable scale. Now affordability comes at scale, and then, you know, for example, Yogesh ji is here, we are talking to them about different product portfolios at different scales.
Yogesh ji.
Is that Mr. Vinay from
Hi.
Creative?
Yeah, Vinay from Creative. So, you know, first of all, you know, I'd like to congratulate you, Deliver, for being, you know, on the forefront of, you know, sustainability at PCR. As my question is to Yogesh ji is asking that as we go into more and more inclusion of PCR, and how does the price equation work with that? Because as we add more PCR, the pricing of the PCR will increase. So what is Unilever doing to, you know, offset that price, or how is it taking that into their packaging?
Yeah, his question is, I don't know why I'm able to hear clearly but the others are not, but there must be something about this position. But you heard one thing which was, I think Priya said it very well about our consumers, which is that we want it all without any on cost. I think we'll have to look for our individual solutions for that, as to how to get PCR and not increase cost. But anyway, there's a question.
The question is the PCR? So you're right, when the PCR comes, the cost will go up, but and that's the reason there is some other intervention is required, like lighter designs and even then refill formats, and even then creating, why the cost of PCR is high, because we don't have the adequate infrastructure for recycling the plastic. And that's the reason is really investment needed to create these facilities. When these things will happen, automatically cost will also get optimized, and which is the right thing to do for this country. So in my view, 3-4 things. The challenges, I can tell you there is a multiple challenge in recycling the plastic, and the 3 key challenges are, of course, segregation at the source and the waste collection and the recycling infrastructure. And when the very structures